Hi guys. Last night I made baked chicken and I thought I'd show you a recipe to use up just if you have a little bit of meat left. This is what I have left from last night, and it's just a thigh and a leg from the baked chicken. So I just put my pan in the refrigerator and I'm now taking off the fat from the top of it, and that's why I put it in the refrigerator so that I could take the fat off. Because I'm going to make a frugal meal out of this, and I'm going to show you how you can make a really good meal, nothing fancy but good, for very little actually, because the meat is just going to be the thigh and the leg. And I'm also going to put it in a crock pot so that I don't have to worry about it. So as you see, I'm just scratching the fat off because I don't want that in my stuff. Let me get the rest of the paper off. There we go. And you may not get all the fat off, but get as much off as you can. As you can see, you can get quite a bit of it off. Okay. Now I'm going to go let my cat in, and I'm going to throw this in my crock pot. My chicken and the broth that I got out of the pan, it's really concentrated. As you can see, it's a jelly, is in the pan. And I'm going to add some water. I also took the skin off my chicken. You can do that like I did, or you can leave it on. It's up to you. My preference is just take it off. And you can see there's bits of meat in the broth, which is really good because that's just more meat for your soup. And this will cook down and shred. Okay, one thing that I hadn't planned on, but it worked out, was I had bought a package of mixed vegetables for 89 cents. And apparently I used them. So part of frugal cooking is to be able to come up with something out of your pantry instead of running to the store. That's part of living frugally, is make do with what you've got. So I had this Mexican corn. So I'm going to add this to it and make like a chicken Mexican vegetable soup, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to stir this in. And I'm going to run downstairs and I'm going to grab a can of my tomatoes and throw that in there. Okay, today's just my day of surprises. Went downstairs, found out that I had used up all my canned tomatoes. But I did have a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. So I'm going to add that in there. This is where your pantry comes in handy, because just having these staples, you can come up with something really quick without having to run to the store and pay a lot of money. And everything you see me put in here, I got when they were having a sale. These were 75 cents a piece when I bought them. So, you know, get stuff while it's on sale. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of cumin and a little bit of oregano. I'm not adding chili because I want this to taste like a Mexican dish, not like chili. I know they use chili in Mexican food, but my vegetables are going to shine through. Anyway, I've got this in my crock pot, and I'm going to let it cook all day. Remember, my meat's done, so I'm probably going to put it on 8 hours and just let it simmer till the meat falls off the bone. And there's my dinner. And the meat was left over, the broth was left over. I have less than $3 because, like I said, the tomatoes was 75, and then my 2 cans of Mexican style corn, and some people call this tacos, chicken taco soup. There you go. That's a good name. And that's it. So this is not only going to feed me and my husband from the meal I made last night, it's going to feed us tonight. Plus, I'm still going to have enough left over to put in the freezer for a couple more meals. I was going through my pantry and I found a bag with just a little bit of noodles left in it. Like I said, we don't really waste anything around here. So I'm going to take that, cook it up, and throw it in with my dish. It's amazing what you can cook with just a little bit of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get these noodles cooked and in my stew. This frugal meal, sorry guys, is definitely showing how to use up leftovers more than I anticipated when I first started. For lunch, I had one of my rolls here, and they're starting to dry out, so I figured why not use them up, because they are rather dry, so for a sandwich it wouldn't work. So we're going to take these, I put butter on them, and I'm just going to toast them up in my pan here to go along with my soup. Because by tomorrow they'll probably be too dry to be any good for anything other than breadcrumbs, which is another option, but I just chose to toast them up and have them with dinner tonight. Okay, I'm going to come back over here while that's cooking, and I added my noodles to my stew. Doesn't look good, and I am going to give it a try. I already told you I added the noodles, but that's okay. Oh, I want some noodles. I want some meat. Hot. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm being honest. That turned out better than I thought it would. I mean, I knew it'd be good, but this turned out really good. I think it was the addition of the cumin and the oregano, instead of just counting on the chicken broth, homemade chicken broth from where I made the baked chicken the other night, because it already had seasonings in it. So I could have got by with not adding any. But boy, adding that cumin and that oregano made it so good. And the best part is, I'm going to have enough to put in a freezer in a bag for another meal. So, woohoo, one night I don't have to cook. Dinner is served, guys, and I'm really impressed with how it turned out. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just things I found throughout the day. The chicken was a thigh quarter chicken, the thigh and the leg together. I used 2 small cans of the Mexican style beans and the roasted tomatoes, which came to less than $3, and that wasn't leftovers. That was the only thing that wasn't leftovers in this. My noodles, I had a little bit of noodles left over from a previous meal that needed cooked up, because it wasn't enough for a meal on its own. I mean, I couldn't make a pasta dish with it. There just wasn't enough. And then my bread is rolls that were drying out on me, or buns that were drying out on me. So, like I said earlier in the thing, adding that cumin and that oregano, oh my gosh, guys, this is so good. I'd like to encourage you to try to go through your pantry and stuff and just see, you know, if you got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and put it together and see what you come up with. Because I'm really amazed how good this meal turned out just by adding a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Anyway, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.